And heaven, nature sing. And heaven, nature sing. And heaven, that in heaven, and nature. Lift your hands and tell him thank you. Yes. Yes, sure. Joy to the world. Things change when Jesus shows up. Has come. He's here. Let earth, you got to lift your hands and receive him. Say, if he belonged to you, a king. That's all you got to do, receive. Let it be hard. Prepare. That means you got to make room for you. Prepare. It's just not Christmas song, it's worship. Prepare room. That means you got to move things around. Prepare room. Then when you make room, let heaven and nature sing. That means you worship. Let heaven and nature sing. You got to open your mouth and let heaven and heaven. That means you give him all the glory. That means you give him all the praise. Let every heart prepare him room. Yes. And heaven and nature sing about his goodness. Heaven and nature sing about the ways that he made. And heaven and heaven and heaven and heaven. It don't matter what song it is. But open your mouth and tell him something. Let him know that you appreciate. Let him know that you appreciate. Let him know. Let him know. He deserves all your worship. Let him know you're glad he came. Come on, let him know. Let him know. Let him know you're glad he came. Yes, sir. Let him know, let him know, let him know. Lift your hands and let him know. We appreciate you coming. He's here, people. Lord, we appreciate you coming. Lord, we appreciate you coming. So we sing of your mercy. We sing of your grace. Now give yourself to him. Give yourself to him. Right there, right there. Yeah, yeah. Here I am, God. Do like the wise men. Here's my gift to you, my worship. Here I am, God. Here's my gift to you. Yes, sir. Got to give. Here I am, God. You should know about that. Yeah. Yes, sir. Here's my gift to you. Wise men bow down. Here's my gift to you. Yeah. Yeah. Here's my gift to you. Come on. Y'all ain't worshiping. Here I am, God. Here's my gift to you. Come on. Here's my gift. Give it to him. I shouldn't have to make it up. Yeah. Here's my. Here I am. Here's my gift to you. Here I am. Here's my gift. Here I am. Here's my gift for being so good to me. For being so good to me. For being so good to me. Yeah. For being so good to me. All year long you've been good. 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 You keep on healing me. When I get sick, you keep healing me. When there's no money, you keep feeding me. When I need gas, you keep giving me. You keep me covered. 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 keep us covered from danger seen. Well, lift your hands and tell him thank you. Woo, I feel him. I feel him. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and stretch your hands toward heaven. Sometimes, Cal, we overlook. My passion is sometimes we overlook how good God been to us. As worshipers, as believers, as children of God. Sometimes we don't even know it. But we can be ungrateful people. How do I know that? Because grateful people, they are passionate. Thankful people knows who's taking care of them. Without a shadow of doubt. Thankful people know what God has done for them. And it's coming to the house of God is no pressure. Might be a little pressure with the flesh, but the Spirit says, I owe God. Listen, I'm not saying ain't nothing wrong, but I know my purpose, and I've learned to do what God say do, in spite of how people look at me. You know why, Maurice? Because he's the one. When you ain't around, he's the one. Real. But I can't call y'all, and I can't talk to nobody else. He's the one. That gives me the strength, Miss Lester. He's the one. When I don't know sometimes where the next amount of money is going to come, he said, you know, you just worship me. That's all. That's your currency. That's your provision. That's your way being made. And so it's the same for you. Your worship is your currency. That's how you keep making it. That's how you keep coming through losses in dark places. I need somebody to say, thank you, Lord. And so it's easy to say, here I am to worship. Here I am to bow down. Here I am to say that you are my God. If it's your God, say you're my God. You're altogether worthy. Altogether lovely. Woo. You're altogether wonderful. Stretch your hand up and say, Lord, you're wonderful. Woo. I'm trying to ease out of this because Maurice is ready. And there's nothing my God cannot do. how shall this be? I don't have a man. There's nothing, my God. How am I going to make it through this that I'm facing? There is nothing. We're going to do that for about 5 minutes. Keep it straight. There's nothing, my God. Watch something happen. There's born in a manger. There's nothing. Y'all want to shout that? Y'all want to shout that from your mouth? There's nothing. There's nothing, my God. There's nothing my God cannot. Y'all got to shout it from the top of your mouth. There's nothing my God. Come on. Last time but nothing. You better stop. I feel him now. Woo, Jesus. Clap your hand like you love him. Can y'all hear me? I said clap your hand like you love him. And look at somebody and say joy to the world. Spread some love. Merry Christmas. Joy to the world. The Lord is come. We only gonna do but one stanza, Cal. You know we don't know the rest of them. I and heaven and nature sing. Say. Merry Christmas, y'all. John. Let every. Y'all don't sound Christmas. Hey! Clap your hand, BJ, and be glad to be here. Come on, clap your hands and be glad to be here. Will you wave at somebody and say, it's another Christmas that the Lord has allowed us to be here. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying. I say it's another Christmas that the Lord has allowed us, and it's Christmas on Sunday. You know what that means right there? You know what that means? Not only am I going to get a dose of blessings, but I get a double dose. I don't understand, y'all. I'm happy. I ain't happy because I ain't got no box. There was nothing under the beautiful tree of my house. It was a pretty tree, but wasn't nothing. But guess what? When I looked underneath that tree, I was not looking for a box. That tree made me think about the goodness of Jesus. And so when I looked under the tree, Betty, some said, look around. You already got presents. Y'all don't want to shout. He said, look up. You got a roof over your head. That's your presence. Go out there and warm one of your cars up. You didn't hear what I said. Go out there and warm one of your cars. Y'all still ain't getting it. Go warm up. So y'all, I don't care if y'all get jealous of me. Go warm up what TC, what's so blessed about that? I used to didn't have. But when I found out he was my all in all, and I found out I could just praise him, I found out that all I got to do is just tell him thank you. If there's anybody depressed and looking down, look at somebody and say, just tell him thank you. Is anybody up out there in Christmas? Are they up out there? Tell them Merry Christmas, but they should have been in here. I hope that wheel don't fall off that wagon. Lift your hand and say hallelujah. He's been good to me. Well, y'all lit up in here. Y'all came up here early. Merry Christmas. Find somebody and say hallelujah. Peace on earth. That's all I need right there. If you ain't got no money, you got your peace. I don't see nobody. Hey, Diane, what kind of sweater that is? Tell your neighbor, if you ain't got no money, you still got a peace of mind. All that stuff you've been through, peace on earth. You can have the box. Give me the peace. Y'all can have the jewelry. Okay. Give me the peace. You can have all them bills and clothes. But if I got peace, I'll get some clothes. Why y'all ain't shouting? Y'all must stayed up all night with y'all mans and women and stuff. Somebody shout if I got peace. Let me let y'all go. You may be seated. Merry Christmas. Those of you that are joining us live, that are in the hospitals and could not be here, and those that are at work joining us by way of Facebook Live and could not be in church, those members that are working on one of them shifts that's causing you to miss the house of God. To all of you, God has made a way to get the word to you. But for those of you that are just lazy, I'm praying for you. Amen. And those of you that are here, clap your hands for being here. And I tell you, I am so excited about where God is taking you. You didn't get happy for yourself. I'm going to try. I am so excited about where God is taking you. You didn't hear what I'm. Man, I am so excited that God gave me a chance to wake up this morning and tell y'all that things are changing for us. It's a change. And I want to read this to you and let you go home and eat your dressing if you cooked it. I hope it ain't stuffing. There's a big difference between dressing and stuffing. And I love y'all. Spread some love and say, I love all y'all up in here. Spread. Mother bless her, I'm 50-something years old. And I forget sometime, not my age, but I forget sometime, as I look back over my life, sometimes I often forget, Diane, how good God been to me. Oh, it'll make you pull the car over, y'all, and tell him thank you. I got a word for you today, and I want you to get this because I have a challenge, Sister Green. I mean, not a challenge, but I have a mandate to teach you how to overcome challenges. Say that with me, how to overcome challenges to your greater. Very quickly, I'm going to show you. I stay before God a little more, Maurice, than I ever been before, man. I think I sent us a group text. You know, we got group texts, and I sent off a text because God told me to send y'all a word that morning. I know y'all got a little nervous. But those that are connected to me, there's a flow of abundance. Yes, it is. Listen to me. It might not be able to see, but because you're connected, it's there. Now, I want to help you with what God helped me. God said you might not see the amount of money that you need inside the account. The account is not the issue. Your connection is. Now, I want y'all to be, see, the reason I'm saying this, because I got a few days left, and God, I said, God, you put a word in my heart like 2-3 months ago, talking about we going to end in overflow. Now, I'm getting a little attitude because I'm definitely not in the overflow naturally. Okay, y'all ain't got to say. We're getting closer to this end of the year, and you told me that we were going to end in overflow. No, that's what he told me. I said, now, well, when are you going to get it to me? Hurry up, and then he spoke to me and said, you are in overflow. See, did nobody clap? Because you did like me. Because you did like Mary. How can this be? That's where we are. How can I hear this word and it's not there? That's what I'm going to teach in these next 20 minutes, because that's what you believe. You believe something is there that you can't see. Wait a minute. No. You don't understand. This whole thing about Christmas is believing something is there and you can't naturally see it. Ain't nobody happy but me now. So y'all thought y'all gonna hear some jingle bell, jingle all the way. Well, ho, ho, ho. This thing about Christmas, he says, is believing it's taken care of, and you don't see how. So there is a challenge. I don't care what y'all say. There is a challenge in believing God. Don't nobody want to say that. When God tells you what he gonna do or what has been done, there is a challenge to believe in God. You better say something in here. There's a challenge in believing God when you can't see it with the natural eye. I need my real folks in here. God saying you healed Sister Lily Lester and you keep going back to the doctor and it's getting worse. It's a challenge to believe God that you are healed and you can't sleep at night. It's hard to believe. It's a challenge to believe that God said, I'm going to feed you, and you got 2 and 3 children there, and you ain't got no money. And he's saying, I got you. It's already done. Food going to come to your house. I told you. It's hard to go to sleep and you don't see it. Is there any real people in here that say sometimes I have problems seeing it? Come on, tell somebody, say I have problems seeing it. I do. I need to get with my girl Mary. I like my Mary. I love my Mary. And I'm on Mary's side because some of y'all got mad when she said, how can this be? No, Mary, I've seen some things that I need God to do. And God has told me what he was going to do. And I've been walking through my house saying, how? Can you tell me something like this? So that's why some folks ain't got it yet, because they ain't up for the challenge of believing. You got to believe God if you're going to birth something. Oh, I came here over so many years ago, Carmela, and God said, tear the church down. Everybody say a challenge. I told a young man the other day I had to do words of encouragement, and everybody was just hollering, and the church was packed. This is a young man, has a very young age, Maurice. Everybody had a wife sitting over in the chair with the hat looking pretty. I called her my goddaughter. Miss Brown had the red lipstick on, dropped down. Oh, they sitting in that big old pretty chair, all that. And it was time for, he calls me my spiritual father to come and give me words of encouragement. And I told everybody to be quiet, and I looked at him. I said, tell you, man, I've been preaching 36 years. I had a lot of ups and downs. Young lady, I have been married before, and I've seen this kind of stuff, and I had messed up. Oh, y'all don't like, I'm telling them straight up. I'm saying all of these people in here don't love you. And I say, young lady, if you don't let God use this man, you're going to be messed up. And I'm telling you here, the only reason God is sending you to the church is because there's a challenge. The only reason God sent me here is because there was challenges. Anytime God picked you out to use you, it's for one reason, to help him overcome some. Look at everybody that God called. God never called nobody just to come to church on Sunday morning. God never called nobody just to come to church real and sit down and look. Anytime God called you, he called you because he has a challenge that he needs you. Now, Pastor, he needs you. That's why some challenges have not left your family, because you don't believe you the one to do it. Somebody shout challenges. And everybody God picks Moses. What's the challenge? Get my people out of Israel. Challenges. Whew. Noah, what's the challenge? I need an ark built. Challenge. Lord have mercy. Lazarus, I need you to get up, but I got some challenges. Roll-a-rady storm. Come on now. I'm going to let you walk on water, but there's got to be some. The walls of Jericho, Joshua is shut up. Nothing can go in and nothing can come out. You already, I need you to know that wall gonna come down, but you're gonna have to deal with some. This is good. If you look at it, come on, you can't run from challenges, Jonah. What you running for? I ain't going to Nineveh, but okay. That's okay. You can run, but I got some prepared to hold you until you are ready to have some. They don't want that. Only reason Mary is carrying Jesus is to birth something that will be able to handle challenge. I'm going to say it again. Only reason that Mary is carrying Jesus is because God needs her to carry a growing son that's going to help him with every challenge. Can I help you? The only reason God puts stuff inside of you is not for you to feel like you're better than somebody else. The only reason God gifted you to do what you do is to help him to overcome some. If you look throughout this world, there are challenges everywhere. I don't care if you go to church. If I go to church, I ain't gonna get no challenges. It's challenges in the church. It's challenges on your job. It's challenges when you drive. Folks cutting in front of you, and you know they doing this road rage. It's challenges, especially this time. Some of y'all been shopping. You saw it was a challenge. Some of y'all right now, some people at home got a headache because they didn't know what to get nobody and couldn't get nobody, and some might get nobody no gift, and they sitting somewhere mad with them because they didn't get the gift. One little gift cause friendship to break up. You see that? That's why we challenge when we shop. Some people having challenges with habits. And the reason you come to this church is not to show off your suit. No, you come here to get some power to handle. If you got some challenge, and let me holler at me, say, I got some. Oh, come on, don't worry about the one looking at you. Come on, they ain't gonna give you the money no way. They ain't gonna help you with the light bill no way. They ain't gonna help you. They ain't gonna help you with half of the car note. They ain't gonna help you with half of nothing. They just gonna look at you talking about, I pray for you. I don't need no prayer. If you ain't gonna help me with it, I really can't tell you what it is. So just lift your hand and say, I do have some. Well, I'm gonna show you how to overcome them. I'm gonna show you how to overcome them. I ain't got y'all all be shaming yourself. I'm going to give you the answers to the test. If y'all have y'all head hung down, I'm going to walk right by you and say, that's your fault. Because I'm here to help you to handle. I'm going to show you, Cal. You're gonna go home and cut that ham, and you're going to kiss your wife on the jaw, and she's going to say, ain't no cranberry sauce. And you can say, oh, that ain't nothing but a. Really, the stuff, watch this, I need some bold folks to say, really the stuff I'm going through really ain't nothing to God. Say it. Watch this, I'm finna make fun of it. Old folks say make fun of it. I'm going to make fun of your problem. Your problem really ain't nothing. Because with God, all things are possible. This side over here ain't saying, I say with God. Now, how do you? Now, watch this. Well, how we do it, Pastor? Well, here it is. It's just simple. If you're born again, shout, I'm born again. Come on, this ain't no trick question. If you've been born again, shout, I'm born again. Well, 1 John 4:4, as I hasten to get you out of here, Merry Christmas. 1 John 4:4 talks about what a born again person can do. It tells us, 1 John 4:4. You said you're born again. Watch this. Well, if you are born again, you are of. See, come on now, man. If you've been born again, you are what? That's a mouthful. That's a mouthful. I could stop right now and keep giving y'all food because some of y'all have not accepted yet that you are. Pastor, I'm broke. What does that king have to do with you being of God? Well, Pastor, I got sickness in the body. What does that have to do with you being of God? It look like this old car won't crank. Every time the car cranking ain't got nothing to do with you being. So you let your situation determine who you are. Say with me, my situation don't determine who I am. You look at somebody got this model car and you got that model car. What different models determine? What did that have to do with you being of God? You look at somebody wearing this amount of clothes and got this designer clothes and yours came from Goodwill. What did that have to do with you being? Well, you work over here and they work over there. Look like you make money. What does that have to do? What that got to do with that? Before you had a car, you was of God. Before you was making money, you was of God. Oh, God have mercy. Before you even had anything, somebody shout, I was of God. And nothing you go through can stop you from being who you are. I need my 10 folks to say, I am of God. And because you are of God, what do you mean, Pastor? I am of God. Well, let me get a little closer to you. I am of God. What does that mean? Whatever is not in God is not in me. Whatever cannot be found in God cannot be found in me. Whatever can be found in God, listen, can be. Y'all ain't gonna let me get through with this. Y'all keep calling me back there. What I am of God. What does that mean? Whatever is found in God, if he's in me, it can be found in me. I am of God. What does that mean? Whatever is found in God. Okay, y'all might not like that one. Okay. If a dog has a puppy, whatever is found in the dog is found in the puppy. Because the puppy is of a dog. So whatever is found in the dog to do is found in the puppy. So if the dog can say, "Hoo!" There's a puppy. Let me put it this way, Mother Bless. If there's a bark in the dog, okay, there's a bark in the puppy. Now watch this. The big dog might say, "Hoo!" That's his bark. And the puppy might say, "Hop." But either way, they both got a. So when you first start barking, you're not scared because his bark is bigger than yours. You're just saying, as I grow, my bark gonna get louder. I need somebody in here to look at somebody and say, you got a bark in you. You are of God. And whatever is found in God is found in you. What is found in God? He can overcome stuff. Come on, y'all. Somebody shout, he can overcome stuff. Well, overcoming power in you. If you're going through something right now, shout like you're going to overcome it. See, you didn't get that. I said if you're going through any type of challenge right now, shout like you're going to overcome it. Y'all still ain't getting it. Come on, ain't but a few days. Do what the man of God tell you. If you're going through a trial right now, I want you to open your mouth like you're going to say, I'm overcoming this. Y'all still ain't get it. Shout, how you doing? Somebody shout, I'm overcoming this. I heard somebody say, I'm overcoming this. Did somebody say, I'm overcoming this? Somebody shout, I'm overcoming this. Because I am of God. And greater is in me. I don't care what it is, you can come over. Watch this. Watch this now. I watch this now. Watch this. Whenever the ability of God gets on you, it causes greatness to manifest. My man ready to go. He said, He ready to go. He like, I got it. Watch this now. Watch this now. Whenever the ability of God comes over you, the ability, everybody say the ability of God. When you are born again, it gives you access to the ability of God. Somebody shout, I have access to the ability of God. I'm going to show you. So when this ability of God comes on you that he has given you access to, it gives you the ability to do the impossible. When this ability of God comes over your life, it gives you the power to produce the impossible. When the ability of God, you are of God. So when that of God's strength comes over you, it gives you, Sister Philpott, the ability to produce what looks impossible. Y'all still ain't got it. So y'all wearing this Christmas thing down. I'm going to stop watering down. But we celebrate the day that God has given us the power to produce the the impossible. Hit your own self, say that I can produce the impossible. Well, look, why? You're going to run into some challenges that's going to make it look impossible. But I want you to look at it and say, I can produce what look impossible. It ain't you now. It's greater is he. Now watch this. This power, come on. The angel, watch this. Let's go right quick. Ooh, I ain't got about 8 minutes. Watch this now. So let's go to Luke 1:28. Merry Christmas, y'all. I want y'all to see Christmas a little different. This is the last time I want you to look at that Christmas normal. Watch this. And the angel came unto her and said, Hail Mary. You know the story. What did he tell her? You are what? Somebody shout, not just favored. Come on, see, you can take favor, but he didn't say she was favored. He said, she is what? Well, the Bible speaks for itself. That's why they get mad with me, because I make all of that big words very long. I make it so simple. What does highly favored mean? Read the Bible. He said you're highly favored. Well, what does it mean? Let's see. Highly favored. What does it mean? The Lord is with you. Oh, stop. Being highly favored, number one, means God is with me. Oh, come on in here. You always gonna produce the impossible, when God is with you. You always can do things folks told you couldn't do when God. Y'all, that don't make y'all excited? Somebody shout, God is with me. Highly favored means God is with me. It don't say the job is with me, because you might lose your job. It didn't say your health is with you. You get sick sometimes. You ain't gonna always be healthy all the time. Sometimes you're gonna dip a little bit, have to take a little medicine a little bit, but that does not have nothing to do with you being highly favored with your sick self. Look at somebody and say, you still highly favored. You might not be able right now to put but $3 worth of gas in your car. What does that have to do with it? It's showing the world that I can make it with $3. You still are highly favored. Somebody here know that you ain't got everything that you ought to have. But every morning you get up, I feel a wake up. Every morning you get up, you still will say, I'm highly favored. So if I can't eat nothing but a boiled egg, I will still bless the Lord at all times. I want you to release, I ain't got but 17 minutes. I want you to release a highly favored praise. Those out there do that. Come on, release God a highly favored praise. Even if you don't feel like it, praise him like you're highly favored. Praise him like the Lord is with you, and praise him like you're blessed. That's highly favored. Not only the Lord is with you, but you are blessed. Some of y'all still ain't clapping. You ain't got no money, but you better clap. Somebody shout, I'm highly favored. I need to get some highly favored spirit. I'm not just favored. 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 Hit your own self and say, I'm not just favored. Not just favored, but I'm highly favored. What that means, you highly favored. The Lord is with me, and I am blessed. I don't care how you feel. The Lord is with me, and I am blessed. Come on, highly favored folks. Go ahead and let the devil know the Lord is with me, and I am blessed. Watch this. And when you get among folks, they're going to see your favor. Without you having the car, it's just something about the favor. Without you having the money yet, you shift atmosphere. Tell your neighbor, say, you know why they get quiet when you walk in? Because they know you favored among them. Highly favor can't be hid. You can't try to hide it. You try to be quiet, but it's just when they look at you, they say, Diane, it's something about you. You know what that something is? The Lord is with you. Well, how you get that house with bad credit? Highly favored. How you get that job? You ain't been here but 3 years. It was Christmas. I forgot I got to let y'all go and pull that wagon. Watch this now. Watch this now. Watch this. The angel of the Lord, Rael said, how the favor? God is with me. I'm blessed. The only reason I can do stuff here is because God is with me. Can you please let me pause this? And I know, oh, man, I got good 15 minutes. Can I please tell y'all some of my stories? Because they invited me to my sister house on yesterday, and they had the dinner, and there was some preachers there with them, and you know, they know what church I pastor, so I'm just chilling. And you know, I'm chilling, I'm eating, I'm relaxing, and the preacher's over there, and then they start talking about what they about to do, and blase. I said, oh, Lord, I really don't want to get into this. I just came over here to see my sister, kick back, watching football. I ain't got time to talk about church, but they got into it. I don't like for them to get into it, because I know they're going to end up mad. And I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. So they start, Sister Brown, they start talking about, you know, we getting ready to put chairs in our church because chairs are so pretty. I said, yeah. Then they looked at me and said, Rep, what you think about chairs? I said, chairs? I said, we put chairs in our church 23 years ago. In other words, you late. Now there was a hush just like this. Now he can't enjoy his dressing, and now he can't enjoy his food because he think I'm more than him. I'm just telling him how highly favored I was before I got where I was. Watch this. And being highly favored, some folks look at your blessing late. God done did that for me. I'm looking for God to do some more stuff. Is there about 10 folks in here say, I'm looking for God? See, my church ain't looking for no chairs. We're looking for some more stuff to happen. Most folks are looking for material things, but the greatest thing I'm looking for you is something to change in your inside. I'm sick of folks saying they Christians and mean as hell. Want God to send you a car, turning around in chairs about a car and won't even speak to folks. I say that for next Christmas. I'm sick of folks saying church folks are mean. It's getting real quiet right there. So God specializes in things that's impossible. Now watch this. I'm cut across the field. I love you. Some of you live average life because of how you see yourself. He tells her, you highly favored. But she don't see herself. Don't pick at her. Because God called you things, and some things you don't see yourself as. That's why you act like, he said, you're highly favored. She said, I don't see that. Some of y'all see stuff in other folk, but can't see nothing in you. And when you see something more than you run from it. You won't get around folks who are highly favored. You won't get around folks who will stretch you. You get around folks who will keep you seeing yourself as average. I'm finna go. Your same friends right about this time of year only go so far. Only move so far and come back. Because you are around people who are not stretching you, who are not saying what you are before they see it. You're around people judging you based on what you wear, and you trying to manufacture highly favored. No. You can't manufacture highly favored. You must trust what God said. Come on now. So what God gonna say something, and you ain't gonna see it in the natural yet. So God has a challenge with Mary because he knows if I can't get her to see herself as how I see her, there will be no conception. If I can't get her to see that she's the one I need, she will not have conception. Conception only happens when you open up. Y'all got real quiet. She has to open up to something that's not there. I know some women done had babies in here, and I don't want to get too far, but in order for there to be conception, don't look at me. There had to be some opening up. I mean, I'm not trying, I mean, you know, you go where your mind want to go. I'm trying to tell you that if you believe that this woman had a baby, she had to open up something to she had to open up to something that she couldn't see. Oh, Lord have mercy. And I'm telling you that God is trying to get you to open up to something that you can't see. So how does he do that? He calls it before it show up. He calls it before. He called those things that be not. Come on now. Some of you ain't got that thing yet because you ain't. Anytime God's going to come into you, it's got to be some open. Oh, have mercy. Got to be some opening up. Watch this. Behold, I stand at the door and I ain't gonna break in. Opening means I'm in agreement of you coming in here. Whoa, Jesus. Opening up means I'm in agreement. There is no force. If there's force, there's something I don't want to do, which we call rape. Mary, you highly favored, but I ain't gonna rape you. Mary, I need you to want to work with me when you can't see it. I ain't forcing you. I ain't making you. But I need you to work with me. So if there's going to be some conception, you're going to have to see yourself like I see you. I see you highly favored in spite of what any folks else see you. Well, why would Mary have a problem with that? Because he's telling her something that other folks can't see. If it was up to other folks, Mary wouldn't be the one. If it was up to other folks, Mary wouldn't be the one. But ain't y'all glad? Yes, that's what I said. Ain't y'all glad that God called the shots? Gail, didn't nobody get happy but me and you. Ain't you glad that people, when God get ready to bless you, he does not need people approval? Will you please let somebody know I'm glad they didn't vote on me to be here? I wasn't even voting on to be in this church. This church didn't vote me in. They just said, yeah, let him come on. You hear me? If it was up to God, some folks will never think you the one. Look at somebody and say, you wouldn't always have everybody vote. But when God says it don't matter who don't like you. Come on now, it don't matter who don't care you're there. If God says yours, it's already yours. Okay, let me close here because I'm choking you. I don't want to give you too much. So everybody shout, open up. Well, some of y'all live average life because you ain't open up. I know it's scared to open up sometimes. This stuff God be telling me to preach, I be like, that don't sound like them. He said, exactly. Now, if you really going to do something new, you got to. Some of you don't open up in worship. You sit there and look at me. You look at my style. You sit here and look at me and you just sitting there and every now and then you'll move your hand. But that ain't opening up. That ain't open up when you just standing looking at somebody else. If you can saw my shout, you really didn't open up. Because when you open up, when you really open up, you don't really know what folks doing in there. When you really open up, you don't have time to video my shout. Why were you videoing my shout when you should have been opening up? Most folks don't come in and open up. They come in looking around, but they never open up. That's why you go back feeling the same way you came, because you didn't open up. You open up to the stuff around you. You open up for gossip. You open up to tell what the last story. Some of y'all will leave here right now if you're here. You'll go outside and ain't open up in church and stand out there in the cold and talk gossip for 20 minutes. God got a new stuff, got a lot of new stuff for you, Maurice, but we got a what? I can tell when you open up because you start maturing. Oh, it's getting quiet in here. Well, let's go. Let me get last point. If you're going to function highly favored, somebody shout, I need boldness. I'm cool. You got to be bold to function highly favored. I'm bold. If you're going to have some conception, you got to be bold. I'm going to give you a definition for bold and I'm going to let you go. Did y'all enjoy the word? I'm going to give you a definition for bold. This is what you got to be to handle them challenges. Number one, I got to be bold. Ooh, got to be bold. Let's see, bold. I got a boldness about you. You must be bold about what you do. I had a definition for boldness in there. And if you get this, let me see. They knew that. Yeah. Boldness. The angel said, "Thou shalt conceive." Go to verse 31 of that same verse. Verse 31. Verse 31. He said, boldness. Verse 31. And behold, thou shalt conceive. Somebody shout, God said, I shall do it. Somebody shout, I shall do it. Now listen, he said, you shall conceive. If you open up, you shall conceive. If you open up, believe you're favored, somewhere you got to conceive. In your womb can't produce other folks' stuff. Your womb, and you're going to bring forth a son. Now watch this. He's going to be Jesus. Now that sounds easy right there. That sounds real easy because we wasn't there. He telling her not to believe for a car, not to believe for a house. He asking her to believe for a human being without another human being helping her. Now I don't care what you say, that's a challenge. I don't care what y'all say. First of all, this is a young girl that is a virgin that has never been with another man, and God finds her and says, from your womb, you will conceive a human being without no other man assisting you. That's a challenge. And he gonna be Jesus. So now she got to walk around without being touched by a man, never been in the bed, nothing like that, which is going to make it hard. Never had nobody touching her, and she got to walk around saying that not only do I have a baby, but it's Jesus. Everybody else having average babies except you. Your stuff always blow folk mind. Point across the room, say your stuff always blow folk mind. And here's what makes it so bad before we go. Here's what makes it so bad. It was not you might do it. It says, I got confidence in you. Oh, God. In other words, now he's messing with her self-esteem. He's saying, you gonna do it. And I want you to feel like you gonna do it. You got to feel like you're pregnant when you ain't got nothing there. Somebody shout, I feel like I can do it. I got a feeling that you're going to produce some big things going into next year. You shall do it. Lord, I don't care how much you make. That ain't got, you shall do it. I need you to lift your hands and say, I shall produce some great things going in. Y'all let me. I need to be around some great folk and say, I feel like I'm going to do some great things. I gotta be bold. Somebody say bold. Bold. Courageous. Confidence. What is boldness? Everybody say courageous, confident. No, say this, say courageous, confident. I'm going to give you 1 point and I'm gone. I'm going to give you something. If you're going to overcome, Mary, your challenges, you got to have courageous, confident in God's word. Come on now. I'm finna go. Mary, if you're going to conceive, if you're going to open up, you got to open up to the word of God. And if you're going to open up to the word of God, if you're going to open up to it, it requires you to have some courageous confidence. What is courageous? Everybody say courageous confidence. You cannot conceive inside of you what God says if you don't have no courageous comfort. Come on now. You cannot receive what God told you to receive if you do not have no what? Come on. Look at somebody and say, where we going? We got to have some courageous confidence. Come on. Courageous confidence is when you move with boldness to believe what God said. Courageous confidence is when I move with boldness. Oh God. To what God said. Courageous confidence. Oh, my time is up. I'm sorry, y'all, for keeping y'all. Let me let you go. Courageous confidence is to believe what God says and move in it. If you're bold enough, move in what God says. Somebody shout, if you believe, you got to move. That's enough said. Stand on your feet. I'm through. Man, I'm finna go. Stand on your feet. My time is up. My time is up. That's enough. I hear God. That's enough. You ain't gonna holler? No, I did. You didn't miss it. Everybody say bold. 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 Lift your hands. Things about to change around the church. Things about to change in your house. Things about to change. Deacon Walker, come here if you don't mind. Thank you, sir, if you don't mind. Brother Fitzgerald, come here if you don't mind. It's standing right there, Savior. How you doing? You didn't bring the offering, did you? It's already back. How you doing? Listen, the Lord told me, and it's up to them, to bring them. They didn't actually come. They ain't shook my hand, gave me no $3,000 yet. But the Lord spoke to me about you all. And the Lord said to begin to allow y'all to begin to move this church in an order fashion. But I had to bring y'all before the people to let y'all know. And you ain't begging me. You think about it, but you're blessed to do that because you've proven yourself faithful. Even when nobody wasn't, you kept coming and you kept doing. And God says, reward the faithful. And we're going to be again the first Sunday with your black suits on. I'm going to pray for you with your white tie. And you begin to take authority back over this church to make sure. And that's what God said. And I love y'all. Give them a hand. Listen to me. You do not have to sit on the front row. You can sit wherever you want to. But when it's time to do order, you just come and do it. And I love y'all for sticking with me. Be blessed. Merry Christmas. Give them a hand. Love you, man. Give them a hand. That's all I wanted, y'all. I mean, what y'all thought they had did something? A lot of things has happened and a lot of things God's going to do with this church, but there's got to be certain type of order. And there's some more men that's going to be along with them. But you have to have men, good, faithful men. And I don't care what you have to have, faithful men. And God is restoring nice order. He told me, BJ, he said, man, you know what you did? I said, well, I did a lot of stuff. He said, you know what you did? You drifted away from the formula that I gave you when you first got here. We made it happen, but it didn't have to be that hard. And now he says, more folks are coming. And you're going to need order. Clap your hands. Come on, man. I want y'all to lift your hands. Here's what's going to happen first Sunday. Here's what's going to happen. Maurice, everybody that's serving in ministry or want to serve in ministry going to wear nice suits and ties, dark dresses. That's going to be our sign we're ready for service. First Sunday. Somebody said, you ought to have one service. I said, man, I got 2 churches. I can't help that. I can't cut one place off because that's a whole nother order. But we're all coming under this roof. You hear me? We're coming with black dresses and neckties, Maurice, and I'm going to pray over the whole church. Come on.